We're starting this edition of The Big Story with a top focus. Maharashtra Home Minister chaired a meeting with the state DGP as to where Param Singh is right now. This matter was discussed in the meeting. The state government is now mulling further action as the former Mumbai police commissioner has failed to appear before the crime branch. He was summoned around 11 o'clock this morning over an extortion case. Where exactly is Param Singh, former Mumbai police commissioner, against whom there are 5 cases that have already been registered. Some serious allegations have been leveled, which includes extortion. And not to forget, you also have the Maharashtra CID probing another case that has been registered against him. As far as this case, in which he was summoned earlier today, in fact, this is a fresh case that has been registered on the basis of a complaint that is filed by a builder. For more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Yesha, who is joining us from Mumbai. Yesha, put this into perspective. This case was registered in Goregaon. What action has been taken? Will the Mumbai police now essentially write to the Central Bureau of Investigation seeking for further assistance? Whether at all they are going to seek assistance of international agencies to track down Param Singh?
That's right, Shravan. So what we had seen was that in this particular case, we had seen that the Home Minister of Maharashtra, Dilip Patil, had earlier as well commented saying that Param is not in the country, and which is that they seek help from the central agencies. Whether they've already approached the central agencies is something that they have not really clarified yet. But let's understand that today at 11 a.m. was when Param Singh was summoned to appear before the Goregaon police, but he was not present, following which we have seen that the Home Minister also met DG Sanjay Pandey at 2 p.m. today, where there was a range of issues that were discussed about Maharashtra. Particularly also to understand that considering he was not present here, this issue was discussed. Apart from that, they also discussed the CBI summons to Sitaram Kunte. Also, what we now understand is that when Chandewal Commission had also summoned Param Singh, he did not present himself. In fact, the lawyers had asked for some more time. So there are various such angles related to Param Singh that the Maharashtra government is now understanding, because even the Home Minister had exclusively spoken to Republic before this, when he had stated that they will look into the matter. So now Maharashtra government is trying to find out where Param Singh is, because the question still remains that how can a senior level IPS officer not be present in the country, and how can he not be present? How can he just go away from the city without informing anyone? In fact, what we were also informed was that there were summons sent to 4 locations related to Param Singh recently in this particular Goregaon case, because this Goregaon case refers to the case wherein it is said that it was Param Singh, Sachin Waze, among a few other of their associates, who asked for money from various bars and restaurants. We had in fact earlier shared the recordings as well as statements of some of these people who had raised these allegations against them. This actually pertains to the fact that there were several of these bars and restaurants from whom money was being extorted. So now, as of now, what we understand is that there are summons sent at 4 locations, which includes 1 location of his Malabar Hill residence, 2 of his email IDs which have been shared with the government. Apart from that, 1 personal residence of Vilepale, and 1 more location at Chandigarh is where the summons have now been issued. Yes. So apart from that, we also understand is that this particular case, like you've earlier mentioned, there are 5 cases against him, of which there's another case at Thane Nagar police station as well. It is not only Param, but those related to Param who are also under the scanner and radar of the government as well the police at large. In fact, one of the persons, Sanjay Punamya, who's also an accused named in this Thane Nagar police station, where Param Singh along with 26 others is named as an accused. In fact, even now the law is trying to catch hold of him, wherein Sanjay Punamya was in the hands of, was in the custody of Thane Nagar police station, but now Nasik police has asked for his custody because it was alleged that Sanjay Punamya had in fact also done a land scam, had done a forgery at Nasik, which is why a case was registered against him by the registrar. Yes.
Request you to stay on, Yesha. Let's meanwhile also play out a report filed by my colleague Alisha. This was outside the police station where Param Singh was supposed to appear around 11 o'clock this morning. Senior police officials have now confirmed to Republic TV that there have been no communication from Param's side. Take a look.